Dragon Xuanbing, Legend of the Creation of the Three Kingdoms. Chapter 1 The Beacon Flame, Red Rabbit Thunder. In 307 AD, at the end of the Eastern Han Dynasty, many heroes rose up and the country was in chaos. The princes fought for their own interests and the situation was turbulent. On the earth, a young man rode a horse, holding a long spear, looking majestic. His name is Ling Yao, he wears the legendary armor forged with Xuanbing, wears a golden and purple crown on his head, and rides a red rabbit horse, which is powerful in all directions. Originally from the northern city of Liuhan, Ling Yao witnessed the slaughter of his family as a young boy and vowed to create a dynasty of his own in troubled times. The red rabbit horse neighed and rushed into the battlefield, and Ling Yao's spear pointed at it, and the enemy army was invincible. This battle opened the prelude to his change in the pattern of the three kingdoms. Chapter 2, The Heroic Alliance, The Ice Oath. During a battle, Ling Yao met two strange warriors, Xiao Li, a southern swordsman with unparalleled swordsmanship, and Yan Qian, a scheming northern military master. The three decided to form an alliance to jointly resist the situation of warlords. Xiao Li wore a black satin robe, his sword was as flowing as clouds, and he roamed the world. Yan Qian wore a green shirt, planned before taking action, and had extraordinary strategies. Ling Yao proposes to make the Xuanbing Oath, symbolizing that the three of them are connected by blood and work together to create a fair and strong new world. Chapter 3, The Secret Treasure Manifests, The Power of the Purple Gold Crown. Ling Yao's purple crown is not an extraordinary thing, it is an ancient artifact, and it has the mysterious power to summon celestial phenomena and control the cold of heaven and earth. By chance, Ling Yao discovered that the purple gold crown had sealed an ancient force that could summon thousands of armies of frost from the sky, causing enemies to freeze on the battlefield. However, the power of the purple gold crown also poses dangers, as it attracts the coveted evil forces hidden in the shadows, the shadow cult. Chapter 4, The Shadow Cult's Conspiracy. The Shadow Cult is an enigmatic organization that worships darkness and chaos in an attempt to seize the purple gold crown and use its power to subvert the world. The sect leader Yingli is ruthless and ruthless, secretly controlling the forces of many countries, making the country like a pawn on a chessboard. Ling Yao and his party fell into many traps and were on the verge of life and death. In order to stop the Shadow Cult's plot, they embark on a journey to find the three artifacts of creation. Chapter 5 The Three Artifacts of Creation, Mighty Gentian, Xuanbing Armor, and Purple Gold Crown. According to ancient records, the combination of the Mighty Gentian, the Xuanbing Armor and the Purple Gold Crown can awaken the power of heaven and earth creation and achieve supreme hegemony. Ling Yao holds the heroic Gentian, Xiao Li obtains the legendary Xuanbing Armor, and Yan Qian controls the secret of the purple gold crown. Each of the three artifacts hides in different dangerous secret realms, waiting for the true hero to break the seal. Chapter 6, Journey to the Secret Realm, Treacherous. Ling Yao and his allies traverse treacherous flaming mountains, frozen valleys, and dark jungles with trials at every step. They face attacks by behemoths, solve ancient puzzles, and encounter traitors and assassinations. Xiao Li and Yan Qian's past also gradually surfaced, and the emotional entanglement between the two made the journey more complicated. Chapter 7, The Battle of Reversal, The Red Rabbit Bloody War. Finally, the three sacred artifacts were combined. Ling Yao rode red hair, wearing black ice armor and a purple gold crown. He summoned the cold air from heaven and earth, called the wind and rain, and was feared by all. In the decisive battle, Ling Yao led the Xuanbing alliance to fight to the death against the Shadow Cult army. The red rabbit horse neighed, and the heroic gentian spear was as bright as electricity, penetrating the enemy formation. However, the Shadow Sect's leader Shadow Lane made the last killer move, and Ling Yao almost lost his life. Chapter 8, victory and sacrifice. At the critical moment, Xiao Li cut off Yingli's dark power with his sword, while Yan Qian used strategy to break the enemy's formation. Ling Yao finally defeated Yingli, but paid a heavy price. Xiao Li was seriously injured in the battle, and his life hung by a thread. Although the three of them were victorious, their hearts were sad. Ling Yao vowed to continue to protect the world and find a cure for Xiao Li. Chapter 9, A New Dawn, The Creation of the Dynasty. Ling Yao finally established his own dynasty in the troubled times, named the Xuanbing dynasty, and used ice and snow to symbolize justice and perseverance. Xiao Li gradually recovered and became Ling Yao's strongest comrade in arms, while Yan Qian became a national teacher and assisted the government. The three of them brought about a brief period of peace and prosperity, but the remnants of the shadow cult remained in the shadows. Chapter 10, The Unfinished Biography. Just when the world thought that the story was over, there was a change in the northern grasslands, and an ancient force was awakening. Ling Yao, Xiao Li, and Yan Qian rode on red hair again, put on the black ice armor, held the dragon gall and the purple gold crown, and embarked on a new journey. The legend of the creation of the three kingdoms will continue to be written. Chapter 11, Changes in the Northern Frontier, Awakening of the Ancient Netherworld Clan. Just when the Xuanbing dynasty was enjoying a brief period of peace, the northern grasslands suddenly underwent abnormal changes. Awakened from their slumber by the legendary netherworlds, they wield the power of the undead and the frost shadows to pose a new threat to the three kingdoms. When the news reached the court of the Xuanbing dynasty, the national teacher Yan Qian frowned, planning how to deal with this hidden storm. Ling Yao summoned Xiao Li and Yan Qian and decided to go north to investigate in person. Chapter 12, The Netherworld, The Shadow Raid. Ling Yao and the three of them led the army deep into the northern frontier and stepped into the secret realm left by the ancient clan. In the secret realm, the atmosphere is forested, and the cold wind is biting. The Netherworld clan launched a surprise attack, and the city was in crisis. Ling Yao fought the demons on the battlefield, and the dragon shot out like a dragon dance, breaking the nether chain. Xiao Li wielded his sword and cut off the command of the undead legion. Yan Qian made plans and broke the enemy's formation. However, the leader of the Netherworld ancient clan, Shadow Spirit, appeared and engaged in a thrilling duel with Ling Yao. Chapter 13, Ice-Breaking Battle, Life Hangs on a Thread. Ling Yao and Yingpo fought fiercely on the frozen battlefield. The cold air was everywhere and the sky and earth changed color. Shadow casts undead dark magic in an attempt to trap Ling Yao in the cage of eternal ice. At a critical moment, Ling Yao called on the purple gold crown's power of creation to turn the ice into pieces. In the end, Ling Yao broke the enemy with a single shot of the mighty gentian and defeated the Shadow Spirit. After the war, the ancient Netherworld clan retreated temporarily, but Ling Yao knew that the enemy had not yet been eliminated and there were still hidden worries in the future. Chapter 14, Turmoil in the Court, Internal and External Troubles. On the way back to Beijing, there was turmoil in the Xuanbing dynasty court. Some ministers were dissatisfied with Ling Yao's northern expedition and secretly formed alliances in an attempt to weaken Ling Yao's power. To make matters worse, the remnants of the shadow cult secretly plot a rebellion in an attempt to reclaim the purple gold crown. Ling Yao faced internal and external troubles, and the pressure doubled. Chapter 15, A Battle of Wisdom, The Shadow Scheme. Yan Qian showed great talent and wisdom, and devised multiple strategies to eradicate the rebels. He and Xiao Li infiltrated the secret stronghold of the shadow cult to unravel the enemy's conspiracy and successfully dismantle the core of its organization. However, the remnants of the Shadow Master eventually escaped and vowed to strike again. Chapter 16, The Sword Breaks the Relationship, Xiao Li's Secret. Xiao Li's life story is gradually revealed, She is actually the only survivor of the family that was wiped out by the shadow sect back then, and she has a deep hatred buried in her heart. Her feelings for Ling Yao are contradictory due to mission and emotional entanglement. In an accident, Xiao Li was trapped in a desperate situation by the enemy, and Ling Yao went to the rescue regardless of the danger, and the relationship between the two finally came to fruition. Chapter 17, Bloody Battle in Zhongcheng, the Final Showdown. The remnants of the Shadow Sect launched a large-scale attack on Zhongcheng, and Ling Yao led the Xuanbing army to fight against it. The red hair gallops like lightning, the Hailongdan sword emits 1,000-foot-long cold light, Xiao Li dances with sword like the wind, and Yan Qian has exquisite strategy. In the end, Ling Yao and the leader of the Shadow Sect fought a decisive battle at the head of the city. At the last moment, Ling Yao used the power of the 3 artifacts in one to completely smash the enemy's conspiracy. Chapter 18, The Resurgence of the Three Kingdoms, the Dawn of a New Order. The Shadow Cult was exterminated, the Netherworld retreated, and the Xuanbing dynasty ushered in a long peace. Ling Yao established the Three-Nation Alliance, carried out reforms, and created a new order. Xiao Li and Ling Yao joined hands to defend the country together. Yan Qian became a think tank of the Three Kingdoms and helped the country prosper. The legend thus opens a new chapter, and the legend of the creation of the Three Kingdoms will live on for centuries. Chapter 19, The Dawn of Heaven, Ling Yao's Bloodline Secret. After experiencing the bloody battle in Zhongcheng, Ling Yao suddenly felt a strange power awaken in his body. Yan Qian flipped through the ancient books and found that Ling Yao was actually a descendant of the ancient divine dragon bloodline, and he was on a mission to create the world. This bloodline power can make the mighty Genshin and the Xuanbing armor reach the extreme, opening up the unparalleled power between heaven and earth. Ling Yao was both surprised and delighted, but he also knew that he had a heavier responsibility and must create true peace for the people of the world. Chapter 20, Melting Ice into a Sword, the Creation of the Ultimate Artifact. In order to completely quell the troubled times, Ling Yao decided to fuse the power of the 3 artifacts to create the ice-melting sword. This sword will combine ice and dragon power to cut off all darkness and evil. With the assistance of Yan Qian and Xiao Li, Ling Yao traveled to the mysterious Ice Crystal Mountain range, went through various tests, and finally completed the forging of the artifact. Chapter 21, The Three Kingdoms Alliance. Ling Yao held the Triple Alliance Oath ceremony and invited representatives of all princes to participate. He declared that the Xuanbing dynasty was willing to build prosperity with all countries in a peaceful manner, emphasizing joint resistance to the enemy. All parties admired Ling Yao's broad-mindedness and pledged their allegiance to him, and the world gradually became unified. Chapter 22, The Remnant of Shadows, the Final Counterattack. Just as peace came, the last remnants of the Shadow Cult launched an ambush in the dark forest. Ling Yao personally led his army to fight, and used the ice-melting sword to destroy the enemy's dark magic. In the end, the sect leader Ying Li was captured by Ling Yao, and the Shadow Sect was completely destroyed. Chapter 23, The Hero's Retreat, a Picturesque Landscape. After the war, Ling Yao and Xiao Li retired hand in hand and chose to live an ordinary life. Yan Qian stayed in the imperial court to assist the young heirs to ensure the long-term stability of the country. The country is picturesque, the people live and work in peace and contentment, and the legend of the Three Kingdoms created by Ling Yao has come to a perfect end. Finale. Ling Yao sat in the bamboo forest, his red rabbit horse nibbling on the grass, his purple gold crown resting on his knees. He looked at the green mountains in the distance, feeling very happy. The troubled times will eventually pass, and peace will always exist in the world. He said softly. The past is gone, but the legend of heroes is passed on by the wind and will never be erased. underscore 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 un. Postscript. With the growth of a teenager Ling Yao as the main axis, it shows how heroes in troubled times change their fate with faith, wisdom, and strength. This is not only a story full of adventure and blood, but also a celebration of friendship, loyalty, and love. I hope that every reader can find their own courage and achieve their heroic dreams in their hearts.